Hello everybody and welcome yet to one more video. My name is Breen and this is Plant-Based Beast. We aim to achieve the ultimate health and fitness. Now I'm here in the beautiful park on a beautiful day, having a walk in nature, and I thought it would be a great occasion to talk to you about the right supplements in a whole food plant-based diet. But other than standing in one place and me talking for like 5 minutes, I thought it would be a lot more interesting if I choose different spots with a nice view at the back. And I'll talk to you about the different supplements one by one, from the most important to the least important, to the ones that it could just be an extra supplement to maximize and enhance fitness performance, gains, muscle recovery, etc. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right, by far the most important supplement that you need in a whole food plant-based diet is going to be vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is rarely found in plant foods because it's actually metabolized by a bacteria. Few natural sources of vitamin B12 will be found in rivers, in springs, maybe in the soil of some vegetables after the harvest has been done. But unless you like the taste of soil, and I particularly don't, I think it would be best to supplement yourself. If you're wondering how come that animal products have some vitamin B12 in it if it's metabolized by a bacteria, and why omnivores don't have that much vitamin B12 deficiency as whole food plant-based eaters or vegans, let me know in the comments and I will make a full video about it, because it's quite a broad subject and I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be. Why do we need vitamin B12? This vitamin is used to make folate into usable form, and the body uses folate to create new DNA in new cells, such as the white cells in your immune system or the red cells in your blood. And this process is happening constantly, so it's important for our bodies to have the tools to carry on with that process. Another function of the vitamin B12 is to protect nerve cells, such as the ones in your brain and on your spine, and it also optimizes the production of energy. Few symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency could be anemia, depression, tiredness, irritability. As you can see, it's a very important vitamin. It will be dangerous to develop a deficiency, but the good news is that it actually takes months for your body to run out of all the vitamin B12. So right now you've got plenty of time to buy your supplement and start taking it. According to Dr. McGregor, the right dose would be 250 milligrams a day or 2,500 milligrams a week, and you're good to go. As far as deficiencies in a whole food plant-based diet, vitamin B12 would be the only one. In theory, it would be the only supplement that you need to get, according to all the experts mentioned in this video on any other previous before. That being said, there are other supplements that would not be necessary, but would certainly be beneficial on a whole food plant-based diet according to your circumstances, and it's the ones I personally take. For example, if you live in the UK like me, or you live in the northern hemisphere and you don't get that much hours of light or that much sun, it's absolutely necessary that we supplement ourselves with vitamin D. Now I personally take vitamin D3 with K2 because one of the main functions of vitamin D is to help keep bones and teeth healthy, and vitamin K is the superstar vitamin for the bones. When it comes to the dose, 4,000 units is what I take, but apparently you need something between 3 and 5,000 depending on your circumstances, where you live, whether you work in an office indoors all day or you've got a more outdoor job. So it will be up to you to decide how much dose you need, but in any case it's very difficult to take too much vitamin D. Apparently if we take an excess, we would just get rid of it through our natural systems, and the only way it could be toxic is if you take 10,000 units every day for a long period of time. Let me know what are your circumstances, what your type of job is, then I would be able to give you a more specific answer, but I just hope the information that I just given you is enough for now. Look at that squirrel, man. God, they're so agile. These channels we aim to achieve the agility of the squirrels eventually. Few months you'll see me climbing trees and all sorts. Then we've got calcium. If you've changed to a whole food plant-based diet and you have stopped eating dairy, you may be wondering where you're getting your calcium from. Now there is some plants that have naturally occurring calcium in it, for example kale and spinach, and even though it's true that the macronutrients that comes with those plants are gonna make the calcium more absorbable, when it comes to quantity there is still a chance of deficiency if you're not eating enough whole food varieties and enough of those vegetables which are high in calcium. So I would personally recommend, and this is what I do as well, that you consume fortified vegan products such as vegan meals like oat milk or almond milk, vegan yogurts such as coconut yogurt, which has fortified calcium in it, but also comes with the rest of the benefits of the food itself, such as the protein and the rest of the nutrients. So when you go and buy your vegan meals or your coconut yogurts, make sure that in the label it says that it has been fortified with calcium, and then it gives you the milligrams per 100 milliliters. So people below 50 years old should have 1,000 milligrams a day. So for example, in the vegan milks that I consume, such as oat milk, I know that there is 1,000 milligrams per liter. So if I have one serving serving of that milk in my smoothie in the morning. I know that that's going to give me about 400 to 500 milligrams, and I know that if I've got enough variety of green vegetables in the rest of the meals, that is going to give me my daily recommended amount of 1000 milligrams a day. But just in case, I think it's a good idea to track how much you're consuming every day, and you can use tools such as Chronometer to find out exactly that. I'm going to leave a link in the description of the video to the Chronometer website so that you can track how much calcium you're consuming every day, as well as the rest of the nutrients and supplements that I have talked about in this video. And in any case, it's a great idea for you to start using Chronometer and start getting used to it, because it's a great tool to track your progress or any deficiencies that you may encounter in the future. You also may have heard that in the whole food plant-based diet, iron and zinc are hard to find, and this is actually not a problem that I have encountered, given that I've been tracking my progress with Chronometer. But if you're still worried about it, great sources of iron would be lentils, and a great source of zinc would be pumpkin seeds. So if you're an athlete, you're physically active, you're training every day, it would be a good idea to add some lentils into your meal plan and to munch on some pumpkin seeds, or just add them to your porridge in the morning, which is what I do. As far as deficiencies in vitamins and minerals, that would be everything. There is one supplement that I do take that I would also recommend to people who are training every day, going to some kind of fitness programs in which you're building muscle. This particular supplement is called creatine. Creatine is naturally found in the muscle fat of your body. It helps create more ATP, which is the natural fuel of the system. Therefore, it would enhance performance, endurance, could lift heavier, and really push yourself in your workout. And I personally recommend it, not just because I use it, but because there is a lot of research being done, and it's the most scientifically backed up supplement with the best benefits and the least side effects. I'm gonna leave a few links in the description of the video of some studies backing up what I'm saying, but if you type in Google creatine, you can find a ton of information about it, and you can see for yourself that it's widely accepted among elite athletes, bodybuilders, and the scientific community. And then last but not least, I would personally recommend, if you're doing the transition to a whole food plant-based diet, to get a vegan protein powder at least at the beginning, because when you're transitioning in a whole food plant-based diet and you're not that used to the natural sources of protein that plants have to offer, it could be a good idea for you to have an extra source of protein that you can use easily in powder, in your drink, just to boost up that protein intake and avoid any possible deficiencies. Because looking back at the kind of sources of protein that I was consuming, I was definitely matching all the complete proteins, but when it comes to quantity, I was not getting the right amount. It's true that there is some vegan protein powders that are actually harmful. For example, soya isolates create a lot of GF1, so it's not something that I would recommend long term, but definitely short term. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of the video of the particular protein powder that I use. Not a sponsor, by the way, just to give you the opportunity to consider getting it. Not necessary if you know where to get the protein the right way, and I have made a video about it. Go and check it out. But I'd say, especially at the beginning, it will not hurt. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any questions, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week.